Good evening, my Dhamma brothers and Dhamma sisters. Let us start the lecture on Dhamma. I want to explain how to attain Arubhavacharachana. Arubhavacharachana is possible after attainment of, after fully attainment of Rupavacharachana. Without Rupavacharachana, Arubhavacharachana is impossible. That is called Samapatti. Samapatti means 8 absorbing. Here is a 9 absorbing mentioned. Because of most disciplines, Rupavacharachana is classified only into 4, not into 5. First jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. Rupa jhana is 4, Arupa jhana is 4, altogether 8. So that is it. According to the qualifications of human beings, some human beings have great intelligence. For those, they can attain 4 Rupa jhana stage, not necessary to 5 jhana stage. For those who has knowledge is stronger. For those 4 jhana stage is brain. For those who's a little down, it's 5 jhana stage. 1 level is more. Qualifications. If the knowledge is good enough, for those only 4 levels. For those who is a little down, it's 5 levels. 1 level more. So 2 ways explanation. In 2 ways, first jhana is the same, but the second jhana is different. According to 4 jhana level, second jhana stage is missed. Third jhana is begun. So we must notice in this way. Vitakka, vichara is quite similar to in nature. These 2 together pass over. Not one by one. The person whose knowledge is so sharp, he can pass over the 2 jhana factors, vitakka and vichara, together. Therefore, according to him, second jhana stage is with the 3 factors. Okay. Third jhana stage is similar to here 4th jhana stage. 4th jhana stage is similar to 5th jhana stage. So must be. 5th jhana system is 1 by 1. Second jhana stage is vitakka vichara is passing over together. Because vitakka vichara is so close to nature. You see in translation, initial application, sustain application, both are application, you see. Initial application. Vitakka is initial application, vichara is a sustained application. Both are applied chaita onto the object. So, as a practitioner, after attainment of Rupavacharachana, up to 4th stage or up to 5 stages, he can continue to increase his jhana attainment. This jhana attainment impossible by reducing factors, because of cannot be reduced, then 2 must be upekha ekagata. Upekha is just feeling. Feeling is a universal mental state. Without a feeling, no change arises. Therefore, at least must be jhana factors, feeling, neutral feeling, and concentration to perform. But neutral feeling is not act. You see, happiness, unhappiness, these are fully action. Neutral feelings are not fully action. Therefore, ekagata alone perform its function. Therefore, concentration, ekagata, concentration is very strong. After that, the yogi, the practitioner, if you wish to attain the Alpajana, 4 Alpajana stage, what should be done? It is the only way to change the object. If it remains the object, it cannot move on. You see, only with the same object cannot move on. Must change the object. Therefore, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, or fifth jhanas are jhanas works with the kasina object, device, kasina device object. If someone wish to attain the more jhana stage, he must remove mentally. He must remove mentally the kasina device. If he remove the kasina device without the attention, instead of that, there is space here. Okay? If something remain, if we remove this one, we get a space. That space is referring to that space. Now here space, there's microphone. If you remove that microphone, there's nothing, only space. So like that, this object is removed, mentally removed. For example, the yogis attain with a white device, white circle. He walk with a white circle. He always keeping white circle. He remained his mind, concentrated on that object. When he wished to attain the Arubhajana means formless, no need to form any form. The white color, white is form, there is material form. This form is not necessary, therefore must remove this color or this device object. When device object removed, what we get? We get only space. Vacuum, nothing. So that is called, by removing kasina, we can get space. That space is infinite space. Infinite space is called in Pali Akasa Nanda, or grammatical form Akasa Nanja. Akasa Ananja. Ananja means infinite. Akasa means space. Infinite space. So this is space, infinite space. Just imaginary object. All jhanas objects are imaginary object, not real object. Samatha method, the object must be imaginary, created in mind. But the Vipassana is not like that. Vipassana object must be reality. That is different. Samatha object is Panyati concept, imaginary object. Vipassana object must be reality. Or imaginary object we cannot attain knowledge. Because imaginary object is not real object, just appear in the mind. The picture in the mind, not real one. But Vipassana must be reality. So, if I show here, this is the first jhana. This is first jhana's object here. Removed this object without the attention. Removing means without the attention. The yogi mentally removed. Because of first, the white kasina object is also imaginary object. With the imaginary object, it remains. But mentally, it must be removed. When it is removed, we can get this space. This is space, infinite space. On the infinite space, the yogi can attain the first arupa jhana. This first arupa jhana's object is a formless object, not form. There's a formless object, just a space. Okay, jhana factors are the same. What is it? Is a jhana factors? Upekha and ekagata. These two. Within these two, only objects changes. Object, kasina object removed. When kasina object is removed, we get a space. That space is infinite space. Infinite space is a base object. On that base object, he attained first arupa jhana. That is, first arupa jhana is higher than rupa jhana. Because you see, what is more difficulty? Seeing something or without seeing something? Without seeing something, it's more difficult to concentrate mind. You see, just a space. It's a concentration just towards a space without something. Rupa jhanas are, you see, kasina device. But arupa jhana is without kasina device, removed, and only space. So then, there is a higher concentration attained within this object. That is called akasananja yadana in Pali. Akasananja means infinite space. Ayatana means a base. The jhana's base is infinite space. That is the meaning. It is based on infinite space. So quite difficult to make it. The concentration must be stronger enough. Otherwise it cannot be made. Then the yogis can be continued, can be increased. It is concentration quality. The quality of concentration. So, you see, at that time, must change object. You see, first Jada's object is infinite space. Then, when you attain the second cannot remain here. If it remain here, will be the same thing. Therefore, it change. It is the object that become first Jada. The first arupa jhana. You see, from object to first jhana, object changes. The jhana object is infinite. Therefore, the jhana, first arupa jhana also infinite. Because object is infinite, jhana also infinite. So, by shifting from this infinite object, infinite space object, change this. That is an object, that is a subject. Subject is a become object of second jhana. You see? Changing. You can see that's a change. Second jhana is no longer here, it's a change here. Therefore, second arupa jhana's object is first vijnana. First vijnana means this arupa vajra jhana. Yeah, arupa vajra jhana is the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. So, object is akasananja yatana. Akasananjayadana, infinite space. The Jada also, because of objects infinite, Jada also infinite. Therefore, this infinite Jada is called Vijnananjayadana. Vijnana means consciousness, and Nanja means infinite. Infinite consciousness, that is infinite. Infinite consciousness. First, infinite space from infinite consciousness. And changing. Move on. Object is move on, not an object. So, the yogis attained at the second jhana stage. Then, after that, he went to continue higher position, higher attainment. Higher attainment is third Abhidhamma jhana. This Abhidhamma jhana cannot remain the first jhanas. It is shift nothingness of past. You see, yet there is nothingness of the past. Past completely extend, completely ceased. Therefore, he has nothing of past jhanas. That is the object of art. You see, third Abhidhamma jhana's object is nothingness of past. You should notice first this object, second there is an object, third is that object. You see? Yeah, three object changes. First Jada's object, infinite space. Second Jada's object, first Jada. Third Jada's object, nothingness of past. First cannot remain, it is ceased. After cessation, first Jada completely ceased, disappear. That is become object. Then the yogi attained third jhana stage. This third jhana stage is called Akinchanya Yadana. This one, Akinchanya Yadana. It is remained nothingness, you see, nothingness of object. It is an object, it's a nothingness. Nothing of first jhana. How to remain this object? Object is a nothing, you see. Even nothingness of object he can remain because of so powerful concentration. You see, if you read the story of Bodhisattva, the Buddha, when Bodhisattva, Siddhartha prince, he renounced in trouble in Magadha. Now it is Bihar state. In trouble. There is a lot of religious teachers in those days. One of them, Alara Kalama. You know the name of Alara Kalama. If you read the Buddha's stories, Alara Kalama, a famous hermit, he attained this, you see, he attained this stage. Akasananja. I don't know. He practiced successfully, attained first, second, third, fourth, and attained up to third. His name is Alara Kalama. Bodhisattva approached him, asked question, how to attain, how to practice. So he explained how to practice. Then Bodhisattva, with a great determination, he practiced. He followed systematically. One by one, he attained up to that. You can read this Majjhima Nikaya, Ariya Pariyesana Sutta, or sometimes it is called Vasa Rasi Sutta, Noble Quest, or Bodhi Raja Kumara Sutta, or Maha Sanchaka Sutta. the Buddha retold his stories. When the Buddha, you see, what is the true Bodhisattva, as a Bodhisattva? The Buddha traveled all over Magadha, the Magadha state, and now it is Bihar state, around Buddhagaya, traveling and approached famous teacher. He learned from them. At that time, he met Alara Karama. Alara Karama attained at the third stage at that time. He knew how to practice samatha practice. So according to his explanation, Bodhisattva followed and attained in that stage. So he invited, on those days, they have no jealousy, they have a noble person. Now it is competition, they never accept. Pupils must be pupil, cannot be teacher. So Alara Karma is a good-hearted person. He's a noble person. But he has no way to find, he has no way how to practice Vipassana. If he knew how to practice Vipassana, he will attain Nibbana. But he don't know. They cannot find the way to the technique, Vipassana technique. On those days, nobody knows Vipassana technique. Even Bodhisattva not find it yet. Therefore, but the samatha technique is very popular in those days. He followed the samatha technique, he succeeded up to Aginchanya Yatana. At that time, Alara Karama invited Bodhisattva. Let us lead our group together, our school together. What you know, I know. I know what you know. He said. So you are the same level with me. So Bodhisattva, think about this attainment is not completely cessation of, because completely cessation of mind and matter. It remained. It will be born in the Brahma world. After that, it will be born in samsara. So that is not the way. So Bodhisattva did not accept and searching for other teacher. He found Uddaka Brahma Buddha. In those days, Uddaka also attained only this, but he knew the technique how to take for the jhanas. He knew, but his teacher, they have a test. His teacher's instruction he has, but he is still practicing, not attained yet. Uddaka Rama Buddha. Rama is his teacher. His teacher is attained up to fourth, but his teacher on those days passed away. Uddaka's school, Rama Buddha's school, their school is led by Rama Buddha, Uddaka Rama Buddha. Then Bodhisattva approached to Uddaka Rama Buddha, asked question, high attainment. He explained completely. Bodhisattva learned from him, followed systematically the way. That is at the highest level. So Bodhisattva tried to work hard and attained the fourth jhana stage. But Uddaka Rama Buddha, not yet. He also no jealousy. Good heart man, very noble person. He welcomed Bodhisattva. Oh, you are my teacher. I also not yet attained this. Only my teachers attained in such a stage. Please lead our school. He placed him as a leader, as a teacher. The third stage is so subtle, or the fourth stage is so subtle. Therefore, it is object is the third stage. It is named Neva Sanya Nasanya Yadana. Neva Sanya Nasanya means neither perception nor no perception. Two negatives used. That is the meaning. Mind is so subtle in that stage. So subtle. Cannot be known clearly. We can say there's no mind at all, but a little. One to say it in this way. For example, people's in a bottle, people's drink. If someone asks water, there's no water. They say no water. But one drop, two drops remained there. But they say no water. Why? Not to drink enough. Water is not enough to drink. Therefore, they say no water. Like that, here also, no perception. No perception means no feeling, no mind, no mental state. What to say in this way? Because the perception cannot be the object of Vipassana. So subtle. Only little. Only a little. After empty, we have to say, in the glass of water, after empty, we have to say, oh, no water. You see. But still remain there as one drop, two drops. We say, no water. Therefore, in that stage, no mind, no perception, no feeling, but not completely, not just empty of mind, a little head. That is so subtle. Therefore say, Neva Sanya. Neva Sanya means no perception. But the other may think completely non-existent. Therefore, no non-perception. Too negative. That is the meaning. Very little, very subtle perception. Sanya has one to say in this way. So that state is very subtle. That stage we cannot know he is still alive. We cannot differentiate he is still alive or he died. Very subtle. In that state, whoever attained in fourth jhana stage, breathe in, breathe out ceased. No breathe in, breathe out, sensibly. Because of mind becomes subtle. Concentration is so subtle, therefore. In that stage, no breathe in, breathe out, no breathe in, breathe out, no breathe in, breathe out. In that stage, so subtle, even nowadays people maybe you say unconscious. Then we'll say unconscious. There is one way. It can be performed by Anagami and Arahant. But not all Anagami and all Arahant. They must attain these 8 jhana stages. That is called Nirodha Samapatti. And whoever attained Nirodha Samapatti, mental state, mind-born matters completely ceased. No more mind, no more mind-born matters. What is remain? Only karma-born matter, udu-born matters, ara-born matters remain. The others completely ceased, looking like dead bodies. whatever will be, may be peaceful. No consciousness. Consciousness is completely ceased in that state. That is not so easy to attain such a Nirodha Samapatti. Because they must do systematically, one after the other, one by one. Then must go Vipassana, Samatha and Vipassana side by side. How to do? First, if someone wishes to attain a Nirodha Samapatti, first he must absorb the first jhana, Rupavajara jhana. Then must withdraw from Rupavajara jhana. Then he meditate on first jhana, Vipassana. First Samatha, then Vipassana, using that as the object. After that, continued. Attain the second jhana, withdraw from second jhana, meditate through Vipassana meditation. Like that, one by one, Samatha Vipassana in turn, must go in turn. That is also, you see, one system to remove the mind at all. That is to remove mind. So, second, third, fourth, after that, Akasana Jayana, first Arupajana, then Vipassana, then second Arupajana, then Vipassana, then third Arupajana. After that, fourth jhanas cannot be meditated because of so separate. Therefore, after third Arupajana, he must determine, he must prepare. He prepared because of his stage is completely unconscious, will be. Therefore, during that, if the Buddha want to meet him, what should be done? What to do? He cannot hear. Completely cease his mind. If the Sangha wish to meet him, what to do? Therefore, he must be determined before attainment of Nirodha Samapatti. He must determine if the Sangha want to meet him, must withdraw. If the Buddha wish to meet him, must withdraw. Immediately withdraw. Otherwise he will continue for 7 days. Cannot be called. Then during the meditation, whatever property is together with him. For example, he is wearing dress. This wearing dress, if there fire broke out, cannot burn down, cannot burn. But if it is not attached in other places, it can burn down. Therefore, he must determine my property anywhere, even Singapore, America, anywhere. Fire cannot burn, must not burn down. We must determine in this way. Such a system cannot be used not for more than 7 days, only for 7 days. Because the human life depends on food. For food, it is necessary. Drink water, and food is necessary. Therefore, only for 7 days they attain in Nirodha Samapatti. If you wish to know about that, you can read the last chapter of the path of purification, Visuddhimagga. The last chapter is explaining about the Nirodha Samapatti. So, Uddaka Ramabuddha attained this one later. Bodhisattva attained the fourth jhana stage. But the Bodhisattva considered I'm not searching for only that. I'm searching for completely cessations of mind and matter. Only completely cessations of mind and matter is liberation. Because if there is mind and matter remain, there will be attachment. If there is attachment, worry will come. Therefore, nothing is permanent. All conditioned things are impermanent. Therefore, Bodhisattva did not accept his invitation. He went his way. After that, the Bodhisattva is followed austere practice. You know, austere practice is very painful. Food is a little, sometimes control his breathe in, breathe out, not let. So in this way, his practice may be not for 60 years. For 60 years is searching for Dhamma, including austere practice. Maybe the Buddha Bodhisattva has followed 2-3 years austere practice. His health situation is so terrible. He cannot walk, so weak. When he walks, he is falling in his face. So, his health situation is so serious. He touched his arm and his body. The body hair loosed. Wherever touched, body hair is loose. Maybe if a body hair loose, the hair, all hair is, if it touch, all will be loosed. Bodhisattva retold about his situation. If he tried to touch his belly, but it touched the bone, that is the meaning. Bone and belly is one thing, nothing inside. No stomach is food. But he is not died. So serious. After that, he considered this way, through this way, I cannot attain enlightenment. Siya mego, siya inyo mego boda, siya anyo mego boda. For enlightenment, there must be another way. This way, the Buddha Bodhisattva has a great determination. He followed the end of this way. On those days, he followed, completely followed. But at the end, he could not attain enlightenment. Therefore, Bodhisattva considered this is not the way for enlightenment. For enlightenment, there must be other way. So he remembered when he was young, under rose apple tree, he concentrated only breathe in, breathe out. At that time, he attained the first jhana. Bodhisattva remembered that one. Oh, that way must be. So he take a food again and to be good health, to be in good health. He searching for food, went arm for arms and eat food. He gave up austere practice. At that time, Pancavakiya monks following him. They are waiting for the chance to listen to Dhamma. At that time, they are upset. He gave up his austere practice. We are hopeless. So therefore, they no longer to stay within the Bodhisattva and left for Isipadana. At that time, Bodhisattva alone near Buddha Gaya. You see, the 5 months and left him. Then the Bodhisattva, according to his own way, followed. After attainment of jhana, he find out the Vipassana. through the Vipassana method, he can eradicate all mental defilements. One by one he attained. After that he became Buddha. On his deathbed, lying down on his deathbed, after 45 years Buddhahood, in Kusinara, lying down on his deathbed, the Buddha clearly talked about. He renounced 29, became Buddha 35, as a Buddha 45 years. So searching for Dhamma is 60 years. As a Buddha after enlightenment 45 years. If you add these numbers, you can get 51. The Buddha openly taught, during 51 years, I never meet any teacher who can teach Vipassana. Therefore, Vipassana is unique teaching of the Buddha, not the Samatha. Samatha has many teachers, but Vipassana is the only unique teacher. Only Buddhist teaching is Vipassana. The Buddha said to Subhadda, in his lying on his deathbed, 50 years, 51 years, I didn't found any teacher, I didn't meet any teacher who can explain Vipassana. So, only the Vipassana is the technique of Buddhas. Only Vipassana can eradicate the mental defilement. Through samathas, just temporarily removed, cannot eradicate completely. Temporarily removed. This will become gay, will come again. So, these are altogether first, second, third, fourth, these jhana stage. They are recognized by the Buddha as a happiness, as a happy, to live happy lives. The Buddhas many times absorbing through these jhana stages as a rest. Many because of rest, you see. How to rest? Sleeping. I sleep. That is the Buddha's asleep. Arahants of Buddhas asleep with the these sleep. Therefore, Pinarivasari Buddhas, 44 years, never sleep. No need to sleep, you see. Absorbing these jhana stages is better than sleep. Sleep is sometimes dreams, fighting and dreams, crying and dreams, laughing and dreams. Actions have. So, these jhana stages are in this way. So we must understand. So let me explain according to text. Now I hope that you can get how to attain the alpha jhana. Then this according to text we must know alpha jhana is 4 objects. 4 objects. According to 4 objects, 4 multiplied by 3, alpha jhana is 12. So Pali is a little difficulty for those who is not familiar with the Pali. Akasananja yatana, Vinyananja yatana, Ankinjanya yatana, Nivasanya nasanya yatana, altogether 12. So the meanings of Pali terms, Akasananja yatana, that consciousness that has the infinite space as it is an object. That is the meaning. Vijnana Jayatana, that consciousness that has the infinite Vijnana as it is an object. Aginjanyayatana, that consciousness that has non-existence of the first Vijnana as it is an object. Neva Sanyana Sanyayatana, that consciousness that is a quality, not an object. That consciousness that has neither perception nor non-perception, based on it is an object. Object is that Vijnana. Okay. Consciousness that has neither perception nor non-perception, based on it is object. Now, all types of arupa jhana belonging to the fifth jhana, constitutions of ubekha in Ika, they are called fifth jhana because of jhana. As you know, jhana is composed of jhana factors. Fifth jhana's factors are ubekha ikara. Therefore, the four arupa jhanas are also ubekha ikara. As the jhana factors are the same, therefore they are included in fifth jhana. Jhana stage only 5 jhana stage. They are included in fifth jhana. Samatha methods, goal, samambona, goal, the destination. The goal of samatha method is only that. You see, that is the samatha method. Objects are changing. First Jada's object is this one. Second Jada's object is that one. Third Jada's object is nothing else or past. Then fourth Jada's object is the third one. Changing. According to changing object, attainments more and more. Higher and higher. That is so hard to understand in those, but according to test we should learn. According to test, there is a test for us. These ways or techniques still remain in the book, not lost. If there is a technique, if we follow, can succeed. Can succeed. So these are all jhana stages are finished. Then will be explained the local trajectory. This local trajectory will be through Vipassana, not through this one. Cannot attain Nirvana through this one. Must change the technique. So, in this lecture will be explained.
Shadow will answer the question. We have about 8 questions here. So question number 1, it says, regarding Akusala Ceta, in the Lobha Mula section, Shadow, please give us some examples of Lobha Mula associated with wrong view and Lobha Mula Ceta without wrong view. So we are looking for examples.
Dealing with the object. Some people also believe enjoyment, sensual pleasure has no fault, not guilty. That is a human nature. The Lord Buddha said, enjoyment of sensual pleasure is with the fall, bad effect. But people also believe there is not bad effect, cause to happiness. So that is also wrong too. Because of all kind of akusala are produced ill result, bring about the ill result. In Bali it is said, Natti Kame Su Dosam. So wrong view is many ways. In Indian tradition, there are Brahmins. Brahmins believe all are created by God. They accept creation. They believe they are the son of Brahma. Therefore, in the world there are things, even the others' property. They assume all are created by God, therefore everything are their father's property. Whatever they like, they can take without a permission. They have not guilty of no stealing others' property. The other people are using their father's properties. So they believe in this way. They commit to stealing. They commit to take others' properties without permission. So depending on such a view, whatever they like, they take without permission others' properties. Such a case, Loba Mula Jada is with the wrong view, depending on the wrong view. In another way, you see, there are some people who want to try to get others' property secretly. Or some people invent the poor quality, things with the poor quality. They want to sell out together with the good qualities. They think there is no fault. Whatever they like, they buy. Therefore, I am not fault. I have not fault. They believe in this way. Thinking in this way, they steal others' property, commit to stealing others' properties. So that is also based on associated with the wrong Jews, associated with the wrong. Some people do not believe stealing is not. Stealing is they understand stealing is not good. It is with the fault. They believe, but they cannot restrain. They want to, because of they have not enough money. Therefore, they want to steal others' property. That is without wrong view. They know that is guilty to take others' property. But they know about that, not depend on wrong view. They commit to stealing. So that is without a wrong view. We must understand this.
Okay, question number 2 says, in the myth or legend of Robin Hood, he stole from the rich, which is akusala action, and gave to the poor, kusala. In this way, can both kusala and akusala rise together? The same goes to doctors performing euthanasia. Is it kusala or akusala?
You see, kusala and akusala cannot arise at the same moment. But kusala, because of kusala, akusala can arise. Because of akusala, kusala arises. Because of akusala, kusala arises. It is possible. For example, but they cannot arise the same moment. Different moment is possible. Not only kusala and akusala, even akusala. Two types of akusala cannot arise at the same moment. Different moments is possible. In Patana text it is mentioned, depending on kusala, akusala arises. Depending on akusala, kusala arises. So some people partly perform akusala, partly perform kusala. For example, hunters killing animals. After that, they offer the dana. So, in the moment of hunting or killing animals, that is akusala. In the moment of offering, that is a kusala. Depending on their mental state. That is possible. You see, even during meditation time, maybe nobody knows about it. Some people are sitting meditation. During sitting meditation, he got pain, he disliked, he angry, his pain. At that time, during meditation, as akusala arises. If you meditate, that akusala, oh, that is a pain, anger arises towards the pain. Anger is akusala. Meditating on anger is a kusala. So kusala, akusalas are, you see, cannot arise at the same moment, but depending on kusala, akusala is possible. Depending on kusala, akusala is possible. Depending on akusala, kusala is possible. Partly we must know separately. During performing kusala, many people have akusalas also, you see. Not only kusala arises, akusala also arises. Even during listening to Dhamma, maybe think, many people say, oh, he is listening to Dhamma, kusala arises. Not remember, recalling, traveling, and mentally traveling his home, and worry about it that I didn't lock carefully or not. I may switch off my room or not. You see, if you worry about it, that is akusala, you see, akusala. So kusala, akusalas are in time arises within us. So therefore, depending on object, we cannot say the same object arises only kusala. Akusala also possible, you see. Akusala also possible. Because of, if a person has wise attention, kusala arises. If unwise attention, akusala arises. Wise attention, unwise attention. Wise attention is yoniso manasikara, unwise attention is ayoniso manasikara. So, whenever we have ayoniso manasikara, akusala arises. Whenever had yoniso manasikara, kusala arises. Cannot say definitely. What mental state arises, we must know that is a kusala or akusala. Therefore, we have to learn Abhidhamma, which is a kusala, which is an akusala. Intention is very, very important. Without the intention, you see many people are walking on the way. Walking on the way, they think there are the death of insect is occurred. But not intentionally. Even death occurred is not responsible because of without intention. If with the intention, maybe that is responsible for akusala. Without the intention, that is not akusala. Even arahant, if they walk, many insects are killed. Without knowing, no akusala. Intention is very, very important. What is the intention? Our intentions, you see, to kill others, that is guilty. Not to kill for other purpose of doing something, but someone dying because of our action. That is not guilty. When I first visit Malaysia, one lady asked me a question. One day, her mother requested to give a cup of water. She gave a cup of water. So her mother drank. After that, her mother, because of water is not on the way, therefore she passed away because of. So she worried about that because of her. She gave water, therefore her mother has passed away. Is it guilty or not guilty? Your intention is not to kill your mothers. Your intention is you want to offer. That is a kusala. That is even kusala. If mother drank this water, he will die. If she knows, she never will give. But mother was thirsty. To remove thirsty, she gave water with a good intention. Therefore, she is not responsible. So in this way, kusala and akusala is very close. Only intention, depending on intention, it is right. So okay.
How about doctors doing the mercy killing?
Mercy killing.
Mercy killing, because the patient is suffering a lot. So the doctor has to put an end to the suffering. So is it kusala or akusala?
How do you say? You see, in this way, by killing him, he should not. The doctor's work must save others' life. Doctor's duty is to save others' life, not to kill others. Therefore, if he commit to killing, whatever may be, he is responsible. In our Vinaya test, monks never praise about death. Monks, if, for example, oh, your life is very bad, it is better to die. I not say. Even he has a great suffering. If a monk with the intention, oh, better to die, don't be live. So your life is so terrible. So that is better. If you say, monks are guilty of Vinaya. Therefore, if the doctor, even the patient is suffering, if he kills, he is guilty of Anapana. Because of partly he want to release his suffering, partly he just do not want to let longer, live long. So mixing, partly a kusala, because of he free from suffering, he want to release the others' suffering. That is a karuna. But he left it to die as an akusala. That's all.
Next question. It says, Nirvana is a state in which mind and matter become completely extinct. Please explain what is meant by extinct.
Extinct means completely disappears, cessations. Cessation, when to say this, because you see, according to, for example, we have a, how to explain, I want to use the diagrams to clear the meanings. It's okay. This is three. You see, that is a kilesa, that is a karma, that is a vipaka. Okay? Kilesa means roughly we say we want, therefore we do, we receive. What is a kilesa? We do is karma. We receive is result. Okay, you see, we want, therefore we do. Because of we do, we receive. If we receive, want more. That is a cannot escape. There is a three circles. Three circles. Kilesa, karma, vipaka. That is a three circles. So here karma and kilesa, these are together. These two together, working together, produce effect. Arahants eradicate kilesa, completely eradicated. If there is a kilesa eradicated, karma alone cannot produce vipaka. Karma cannot be removed because of what you have done cannot be undone. You see? Cannot be changed because already have done. Already have done, we cannot say undone. So therefore, first we must eradicate only kilesa. You see in Buddha Gaya, under the body tree, the Buddha eradicated only kilesa. That is called kilesa parinibbana. The Buddha's kilesa completely eradicated. Then the Buddha enlightenment. Karma is still remain. Therefore, previous karma affected Buddha's life. Sometimes the Buddha got headache. Sometimes a backache. In the last day, the Buddha got diarrhea. So, because of these two remained at that time. But the karma alone without the kilesa cannot produce effect. These two shall remain. Okay, only one part is not. Then, after 45 years, the Buddha entered Prinivana and Kusinara. At that time, this karma also no more, vipaka also no more. If no more, aura become empty. There is no cause and condition. No kilesa, therefore karma cannot work. If the karma cannot work, vipaka is not here. If the cause and conditions no more cause and conditions, vipaka cannot remain. After it is a lifespan, vipaka cannot continue. So Vipaka means mind and matter. Karma also mind. Kilesa also mind. Altogether, these three circles is just a mind and matter. If the kilesa are removed, conditions cannot support the karma. If there is no karma, vipaka cannot continue. So completely extend. That is the state of Nibbana. This is the state of Nibbana. So this Nibbana is called Khanda Pari-Nibbana. You get the meaning? So nobody likes Nibbana. Because many people think about with the craving. Idea is with the craving. Many people like Nibbana because of Nibbana is very peaceful, their heart. In Nibbana there is no decay, no disease, no death. Therefore they like Nibbana. But nothing of mind and matter arises. Therefore, no decay. As long as you are born anywhere, you will die surely. If you are not born, you will not die. That is easily. So Nibbana is that. Completely cessation. Therefore, with the idea of craving, nobody like Nibbana. Nobody like Nibbana. People are thinking about Nibbana like the Western paradise. Stay forever happily. Because of this idea of love, you see, idea of love. With the idea of love, we like it in Nibbana. Because we know only the enjoyment pain, not the enjoyment without the mind and matters. Venerable Sariputta in his Sayutta Nikaya, Venerable Urayi said, for Venerable, in Nibbana there is no Vedana, no experience. There is no Vedana. How began Nibbana happy? So Venerable Sariputta explained, there is no Vedana, therefore happy. There is no aggregate, no aggregate, no nama-rupa, no mind and matter. Therefore, Nibbana is happy. Because as long as there is a mind and body, suffering will come. Surely suffering will come. Cannot be avoided. The Buddha said, very small dust, even very small dust, cannot be permanent. All are subject to impermanence.
Okay, another question here. Piti and Sukha are translated as joy and happiness. In the English language, they appear to be the same. What is the difference between these two, if any?
In the text it is said, we also can get the meanings. In summertime, we are so thirsty, we are searching for drinking water or drinking something. When we saw a snack shop, or there's a snack shop, at that time piti is arises. Oh, I find the snack shop, but not drink yet at that time, just a piti. But after that he entered the shop and drinking. At that time sukha is arises, the experience, feeling. So piti is ariya. Piti is ariya joy. Before receive the object. You see, piti is very funny. Someone bought a lottery ticket. Tomorrow will open, he is joining. Today, tomorrow I will win. That is piti. Not yet, you see. not the happiness, but the joyful. That is piti. Sukha means experiencing the object. That is a sukha. But mostly piti and sukha is together. Where there is piti, there is sukha. But without this piti, sukha arises in jhana stage without a piti. You know that for the jhana stage without a piti, only sukha. Only that places, other places where there is a piti, there is a sukha. They are similar into nature. So okay.
Next question says, sometimes people pretend. If an actor or actress acts and pretend to be angry, is that real dosa? Is acting right livelihood?
If you're really angry, is dosa. If you're really angry, just a behave, not mentally angry. Just a behave is not anger. Some are maybe really.
Next question is, mindfulness is required in all meditation. Is there a reason why sati is not considered or classified as a jhana factor?
Good question. You see, not all participants are called. The most important are choose. You see, sati, it is included in a Four Noble Path, but not included in jhana factors. Because in jhana factor, without a sati is impossible. But the sati is included in samadhi. Even a Four Noble Path, you see, a Four Noble Path, sila, samadhi, panya, sama vaca, sama kammanta, sama ajivas are called sila group of morality. Sama vayama, sama sati, sama samadhi, these three are samadhi group. In that case, sama sati is included in samadhi. But in jhana factors, sati is just mindful. In jhana is not enough just mindful. Jhana must be action. That is therefore to join with the object forever. That is necessary vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. Not just mindful is to be jhana factor. But without mindfulness, without a sati, jhana also impossible. It just follow. But in that case, samadhi leads. In Vipassana, Satipatthana meditation, sati lead, the others follow. In that case also, without a samadhi is impossible. Impossible. Samadhi must be. So sometimes, you see, in newspapers always mention presidents come, the presidents of Singapore have president, no? President Singapore's attend the meeting, but president alone never attend. He has his bodyguards and followers, but never mention the others. Only presidents find out. Like that, here, ekagata, vitaka, vichara, piti, sukha, ekagata. These are main leading conditions. Therefore, through leading condition, they are performed. They are composed. The others are also necessary. Any company, not only director, not only managers have. There are many workers also participate, but never mention his employees. He never mention, but mention only the directors or boss. Only mention. So in this way, jhana factors are only boss. Sati is not a boss at the time. Ekagata become boss. Is it okay?
Next question says, this question was asked before last time, but I'm not still very clear. All akusala vipaka are ahetuka only, but kusala vipaka are both ahetuka and with hetu. Is there a reason or explanation to this?
In that case, you know that hetu means lobha, dosa, moha, and alobha, adosa, amoha. Only these 6. Okay? If akusala vipaka produce alobha, adosa, amoha, it is impossible because of akusala is lobha, dosa, moha. Lobha, dosa, moha cannot produce alobha, adosa, moha because of opposite, you see, against. If lobha, dosa, akusala vipaka with the lobha, dosa, moha, lobha, dosa, moha are definitely akusala, not vipaka. Therefore, if akusala vipaka with the hetu, which hetu will be associated? Lobha, dosa, moha associate or alobha, adosa, amoha associate? Lobha, dosa, moha really akusala, therefore they cannot associate vipaka. Alobha, adosa, amoha just akusala, rasad. Therefore cannot be akusala, rasad. So akusala vipaka cannot be with the hetu. Cannot be with the hetu. If it with the hetu, must be only lobha, dosa, moha. If it lobha, dosa, moha, they themselves akusala. If it alobha, adosa, amoha associate, alobha, adosa, moha opposite of kusala, opposite of lobha, dosa, moha. Therefore impossible. Is it clear or not? Hetus are only 6. Okay? Hetus are only 6. Akusala associated with the lobha, dosa, moha. But akusala rasad cannot associate with the lobha, dosa, moha. If akusala rasad will associate with the lobha, dosa, moha, lobha, dosa, mohas are naturally akusala. They cannot be rasad. Naturally akusala. If akusala rasa associated with the alobha, adosa, moha, that is opposite nature. Impossible. Kusala is impossible because alobha, adosa, amohas are kusala. The rasa also will associate with the alobha, adosa, amoha. Or without the alobha, adosa, amoha, without the hetu, with the hetu, both possible. Is it okay?
Next question is Nirvana a mental state? Does mind still exist?
Actually, Nirvana is not a mental state, not used as a mental state. But Nirvana is mentioned as a nama. Nama means incline. Nama has 2 meanings. Citta, Cittasika are called nama because it is inclined towards the object. That is, nama means inclination, inclined towards the object. Nirvana also nama because towards it, Megaceta, Placeta is inclined. That's another meaning. But Nirvana is not mental state. Only the object of Megaceta and Placeta. So, okay.
Next question says, under the category of Lobha Mula, there are 2 types of feelings. They are pleasant and neutral feeling. 2 types of association with wrong view and without wrong view. I don't understand why neutral feeling and without wrong view are considered as Lobha Mula, akusala, which is unwholesome.
Without arousal, neutral feeling, without arousal.
I'll repeat the question again. So under the category of Lobha Mula, there are two types of feelings. They are pleasant and neutral feeling. Two types of association with wrong view and without wrong view. I don't understand why neutral feeling and without wrong view are considered as Lobha Mula Akusala, which is unwholesome.
Oh, without a wrong view. Because of, you see, we must consider Sotapannas, they have right views, they never wrong views. They understand the object, all objects are, all conditioned things are impermanent, they accept it. But within Sotapanna, craving arises. Sotapanna like his mother, his father, even Sotapanna came married, you see. That is Lobha is arises. Sotapanna has properties, he attached his properties to his property, but he has no wrong view. He understands there is no permanent entity. So he understands. But attachment is still remain. Through attachment, with Lobha Mula Cetas arises without a wrong view. Without a wrong view.
I've got two more questions. These are in Burmese. I find my best to translate. I'll read out in Burmese first. Maybe Siaga can translate this. Say Kinye Mu or Yayuro, meditate Lote Adema, Lova Alo, so ye Nepan Yayulo, Jinjian or Lova Panay Bulashi.
And you see, nowadays many people want to have a peaceful mind. They dislike tension. They want to have. That is attachment, a kind of attachment. Want to live peacefully. He enjoys a peaceful life. So that is one kind of attachment. But he may think, Nirvana, in the Nirvana, I will be happy together with my friend. That is not a really Nirvana. It's imaginary Nirvana. Towards an imaginary Nirvana, Lobha can arise. If he realizes Nirvana, he unwilling to go to Nirvana. Because of Nirvana, all are completely ceased. You see, mind and matter completely ceased. That is a Nirvana. If he know a Nirvana, through the idea of Lobha, nobody like a Nirvana. You see, one lady want to smoke even in Nirvana. So, you see, many religions like a Nirvana, people also want to join with the God in the heaven. You see, they heard many stories. We will live forever in the heaven, joining with the God. So they want to be enjoying there. That is Lobha's idea. You see, some Muslim people, they create Jannat. In Jannat, the male people are together with the 100, 500 females staying together with the happy baby. So in Jannah, so they are so happy. They want to enjoy there also. That is the idea of Lobha. Some are Western paradise. In Western paradise, they live forever happily. That is also, you see, Lobha, attachment with attachment. Nirvana is completely cessations of life. But one Nirodha Nirvana, cessations of life is a Nirvana. Cannot continue because conditions ceased, therefore Nirvana. the life of the condition ceased, therefore effect also ceased. Life has a condition. What is a condition? Upadana. Upadana is a condition, grasping. Grasping also has a condition. What is craving? Craving also has a condition. That is feeding. Feeding also has a condition. Communication, contact, asa. Asa also condition, salayadana, 6 phases. 6 phases also condition, nama rupa, mind and matter. That is also has a condition, vijnana. That is also a condition, karma. Karma also condition, avijja. So if all conditions are ceased, life is ceased. That is a nirvana. If it's so, nobody like a nirvana, I think. So with the attachment, the idea of attachment, nirvana cannot. But imaginary nirvana is very nice. Imaginary. Because of people also think in nirvana, I will not get decay, I will not have disease, I will not die, I will stay forever. He think like that. Therefore, that is also one kind of lobha. One kind of lobha. If he realizes the natures of nirvana, that is called just chanda. Chanda means wish to do something. For example, there are two things. If you want to have, for example, someone want to have some food because he want to eat, that is one thing. Another person want to have a food to offer others. To offer others to enjoy himself is different, you see. To enjoy means with attachment. To offer no attachment, to give others. So to give others a chanda, to enjoy for himself is with the lobha. So chanda and lobha is slightly different, but nature is quite similar. Isn't that? So nirvana also, realizing the nirvana in nirvana stage, there is no fabricate, there is no suffering, no fabricate, there is no birth, no life. That is completely peaceful. In this way, if he realizes the nirvana, that is just a chanda to attain nirvana, not for enjoyment. We consider in this way. We have two ideas. One is to escape from suffering. That is one idea. Another is to enjoy. You see, nirvana must be to free from suffering. That is not for enjoyment. If it for enjoyment, the idea for enjoyment is idea of Dhamma, idea of lobha. To escape from suffering is just a nirvana, chanda, this one. Is it clear? It's okay. Yeah.
Last question. I read in Burmese first and then I'll translate it in English. It says, Kileta, Tana, Moha Dego, Pero Gamzo Mine, Tikaya, Pero Manione, Padia, Josiah.
That is the only way, the Buddha said. The only way means through Vipassana meditations. Through Vipassana meditation, inside knowledge. Inside knowledge, first we must understand we have only mind and matter. First we must know only mind and matter. Then, after we must try to know the causalities. Mind matter without a cause and condition never arises. It is a cause and condition. After that, we must focus the object. Whatever object we can see, aura and permanent, just momentary. if we realize in the natures of mind and matter, we can remove the attachment. Without the removed attachment, we cannot remove other kilesas also. For example, this is very delicious food, rice and curry, for example. Rice is like a basmati, it's a very good rice. The person wish to eat, he is hungry. He is hungry, therefore he sit on the table, he sit at the table to eat the rice. When he touched with a spoon or chopstick, inside the rice there are 3 dirty things. He saw 3 dirty things. There is, you see, 3 dirty things means excrement of the human beings, or maybe dogs. Dogs excrement. So, okay, excrement. So, if someone saws these dirty things, he cannot eat. You see, he cannot eat. He saw these excrement as inside, so he cannot eat. All hunger also lost. No enjoyment appear. In this way, first attachment is Nama-rupa. We have attachment. But in Nama-rupa there are 3 dirty things. What is it then? Impermanent, suffering, soullessness. So, if the yogi found out that these 3 dirty things, his attachment to the mind and matter is no more, because he discards these things. Only in this way we can remove the lower dosa. Only this is a Vipassana meditation. That is only one way to remove. But temporarily remove is many ways. If you recall the Buddha's quality, you remain in Buddha's quality, at the moment you can remove the lower dosa. No lower dosa arises. Even now you are listening to Dhamma, at the time no lower dosa moha arises. That is temporarily one way. You are listening to Dhamma, at the time no lower dosa moha arises. So completely eradication is possible only through the practice of Vipassana, just by attainment of Magga and Prana. That is the only way. It's okay? Okay, may you attain Nirvana.